Hey yo, good morning everybody. Cool little early morning meditation spot. Bay Bridge right there, Port of Oakland all right here. The waters is mad calm before they go down and reveal tires and shit in them. I've been working hard, been doing construction lately as my main job. Still in the same company, but just on the construction side because they need some help. And I guess I'm good help, but I'm gonna make a change to the channel, probably a change to the name and a change to the content coming up here pretty soon. I want to put more videos out a lot more frequently. I'm feeling on moving on Mondays and Saturdays. Monday morning, start of the week, you get some content. Saturday morning, start of your weekend, you get some content. Anyway, let's jump into a video. I've got some good stuff for you. Let's put something in here right now. Got him with a 13.
Yeah, is it really?
No, they're 12. But because they're so damaged, yeah.
Gotta go break the board.
Yeah, get it.
Yeah. Oh, it's coming off of that.
Oh, goddamn.
You don't want to break it, huh?
I really want some PB Blaster on this. Bro.
How the fuck? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Nope. Okay, just in case you weren't aware, this is hot exhaust I'm holding.
Oh, fuck. You're totally fucked. Well, I mean, what that?
No,
Or is that just the
No, it's a
ground
brown.
period?
It's,
So it don't spark.
It's probably a ground. Here, let's come on. Let's take this over here. I am holding a hot ass. Most of the job is complete. We're about 85% done. What we're doing is just extending a couple of sensors that go on the transmission. One's going to be for, I believe, the reverse, and one's going to be neutral sensor. So reverse sensor, neutral sensor is being mocked up on the bench right now. Transmissions are same mounting points, but the R3 is way crazier. It's built like a dog box, but then it doesn't hold torque. Insane. One of the other key parts of this car is this carbon fiber drive shaft. Carbon fiber drive shaft, like really, it is one of the lightest things I've ever held in my hand. But the Rx8 is definitely a performance-minded car that was given the weakest power plant it could have been. The suspension, amazing. I mean, we can go over that for ages, but I'm not going to. The components, amazing. The transmission, like I said, it's built just like a dog box. Full access. It was all built like it was to have access at the track in the middle of whatever. This is the first generation transmission. This is the second generation transmission. You see the difference in serviceability and the thought process of what went into, giving this car the quirks that it has. Now, I don't know if it's like an R3 thing versus all other RX8s, but, well, we have an R3, and that's what we're working on, is an R3. So we're gonna put this transmission up. As we were able to see, I'll show you the, matter of fact, let me quit walking around with this damn carbon fiber drive shaft. Also, the drive shaft is protected by this entire thing here. This mounts the transmission in the front, this mounts to the diff in the back. They both service each other, holding each other up. They don't mount to anything else but the diff and the transmission. This shield protects the drive shaft. And then you have one exhaust hanger in the middle. Now, let me show you about that transmission. Transmission still works fine. Broke a fork. Fork is broke. Screw there, screw there, screw there, screw there. One screw there. Pull that whole set up. Pull that fork out, put another one in. And you see how easy it is to service that damn transmission. So we're gonna be putting this one back in, or at least having it on standby. So now I don't really feel too bad about blasting that transmission. So we're about to do all kind of clutch kicks with it. This car is so damn serviceable. It's outrageous. So the diff itself, it just drops right down. It helps you assist in taking out the drive shaft. It's not rigid. See how they put the diff mounts right there? They're just pivot points. Same thing with the axles. It's amazing. This whole car was designed to work well and work well when adjustments are needed or things needed to be changed in the field, right? We already know that the Rx8 has an amazing suspension geometry. We already know it has an amazing chassis, highest rigidity and torsional rigidity. So Rx8 is the best car in the planet with one of the most mundane power plants, which gives you the understanding as to why when you put a 20B in this car, an A20B, put it on the track, this is a fucking bat out of hell. It's a complete missile. So this is amazing. I get to go over and fan out and geek out with the stuff under this car that I'm learning. I mean, look at all of the heat vanes to relieve heat from the diff. And like I said, same thing with the transmission. This is amazing. Anyway, I didn't want to talk too much. Just look at that, serviceable. Real easy. Don't have to turn it past anything with the FC. The FC, you got to turn it past a certain place that'll allow you to get to it. This, you can get to every single one of them. This car is the shit. It makes me appreciate it even more now that I'm actually under it and working on it. I've never had to work on this car before. So we had a 27-pound flywheel. Now we have an 11-pound flywheel. Drivability is going to drop, but I'm used to that. Hills are going to need more throttle. You're going to need more revs. It's going to rev like a dirt bike. Instead of revving and hanging and then dropping down, this is going to be rev, drop, rev, drop. So it's going to be quicker throttle applications. Other than that, it's time for exhaust. We're going to do that. We're going to deal with that. The whole big ass piece of shit right there. Okay, so let's get this done. We only got 30 minutes. Now, we already checked out that transmission. That transmission has a special place in my heart because I now know that that is the shit. But right above here, see this portion right here with those screws? Take the screws out, serviceable for that. Amazing, maybe even quick fill. We didn't know that, but obviously the interior covers that up. This long I-beamish thing, that is your only diff and transmission joining mount. So your drive shaft, all of the drivetrain shock and everything is distributed front to back in this vehicle, which is really, really fucking amazing. Shoot, that's all I really want to go over at the moment. Like, this car is just the best designed car, race car shit in mind, but then it has a rotary Renaissance power plant. We already know that that is just too cool for a factory transmission in this car. You could probably find all kind of super cool trick transmissions in other cars, but in this Rx8, this is amazing. So we're done with everything, putting everything back together. There's a few other differences, but I don't choose to talk about them right now because we got to get done and get this car off the rack. And we'll talk about it later. All right, so we got it all in. Everything is done. Oh, what are we doing here? Knuckle time. Time for some steering angle, baby. Let's see what we got going on. We're about to zap this on, get this together, get it back on the car. Let's do that right now. And grab that, get ready. All right, yo, so this is what a stock steering angle setup looks like. We're gonna go full left. That's on lock, okay? Look at that. Go full right. All right, switch sides with me. Okay, that's dead center. Now, this is modified steering angle. Go full left. Jesus. Go full right.
Massive. It's massively different.
Back to action. Be back in a minute. Okay, so look at this. For those that didn't have the vision to see what we were seeing without the wheel on, this is with the wheel on. Look how far this is. I don't know what's happening here, but yo, I'm not gonna give y'all the information on who did this yet unless y'all ask. If y'all don't ask, we're keeping it a secret. If you do ask who did this, how did they do this, and how could you get it, put that right in the comments, because this is out of control. This is stock. This is a stock setup. Maniac, yeah?
That's crazy.
Okay. Here we go.